Dad played football, didn't he?
Yeah, he was good. Captain.
The world, UK, and pretty much everything at the moment is falling apart. Much like this jumper, you can tell. It just says, it used to be E-Vengers for the pun, but it just says ERS now. In fact, not even that. It's just ERS, just RS. Much like that subject that people did the GCSEs for. How was that? Was it good? I did that last year. It was pretty terrible. I mean, I've never been much of a GCSE man, especially RS. I mean, I did get an A in it, which was quite good. But you know, it's like feminism. RS feminism doesn't really exist. Neither does God. So today's topic of few people that actually watch this one, you know, in Nitalics news, I thought it'd be interesting, but because it doesn't say vlog in the title, no one will watch it. But, you know, I've heard recently about this thing called clickbait. I don't think I should use it, but it sounds interesting. Because apparently if you say a complete lie as your title, and then put tits as your thumbnail, you might be able to get some. So, tell you what, if we just go and do this. Another interesting part of today is you've probably already seen the hair that I'm wearing. God's sake, you are not funny. You've already seen this, evidently, and it's purely because I keep forgetting to have a haircut, and I should really, because you know it's getting dangerously long. It's like having a hedgehog on your head or a Bulbasaur on your head. I mean, sure, it's it's cool at first, and then you realise it smells and can really hurt people. It sends people away like a sweet scent. You know, sweet scent, that move that always attracted like groups of Pokemon, like at least 5. Oh. I need friends. But today is an interesting day because we're talking about food, which is interesting. Definitely, you'd really enjoy that. And I'm holding up this Pringles can. Definitely not because Pringles have been under a bit of scrutiny in the news lately. Definitely not. So, oh fucking hell! It's gone over my floor. Those wasps are gonna start raping me with their sting. Oh shit! There's no bin there. So at the moment, you're probably realising that our fast food overlords are doing quite well. You know, you have the KFC, the McDonald's, what was it? Steak Queen or Burger King? One of the two. Steak Queen's probably actually a thing. That joke had no meaning to it because Steak Queen is probably a thing. I'm gonna go look it up. Someone kill me, please. Yeah, it's a thing. But today we're not actually looking at we're not looking at whatever that was, Queen thing. But today we're looking at McDonald's because they own us technically. I mean, I normally have McDonald's every week, which is interesting. Well, it's not. What? Stop saying that fucking word. It's terrible. It's like the opposite of its own meaning. It's not. The word interesting is not interesting. None of your content is good. But today, no, we're going to be looking at an advertisement that recently came out for McDonald's, and I thought I should do this because apparently people like looking at trending topics, and this recently came up on the news. And just stuff. Also, if you want, it's raining today, like really heavily, really like dangerously heavily, because I talk about, and that, like all this sort of wet hair. That wasn't having a shower this time. Fuck me, that's long. That wasn't having a shower. That was literally just the rain outside. Like, it's my bucket when I came home was completely full. I mean, look at this. It's completely full to the rim. Oh god, food is nice. So apparently, this advert for McDonald's was under a bit of controversy. Because firstly, it's a trending topic, so everyone's gonna like go into it and stick into it like a rape victim. You need to stop with those jokes. People are getting annoyed. But the other thing was apparently like it made fun. I think it was like child bereavement or something, or like not having a father figure or something, just something like that. Talking about child bereavement, and everyone was like, "That's really bad. You shouldn't do that. Some children don't have fathers. Some people don't even have mothers. Just look at the orphans." Maybe the parents just hate them. So today I thought we could share this together by watching this. And I only thought, you know, why not? It's a good experience for all of us, really, to learn what child bereavement is like and how McDonald's, you know, show that. Probably, you know, it's probably as dead as the chickens that they use. Alright, I don't really understand this sort of thing. My laptop's over there, so I'm having to like move back and forth if you're wondering. I would put it there, but I don't care. The first thing I need to question is, like, why has he got this box? I mean, I understand it's for reminiscing and all that, but, like, does he check it regularly, or is it just, like, a box that he keeps? I mean, I keep a box of stuff upstairs. Mostly Lego. But this advert seems very... Already, like, the kid is just sitting in his room looking at a box with stuff in it. Which, I mean, that's totally fine at first. You know, it's perfectly alright. But at some point, I'm worried that McDonald's is sort of just going to connect all of this to eating their food. And like, they're going to be like, oh, that's probably why the scrutiny has come in. Because they're talking about this child having no father. And then being like, oh, it's okay. McDonald's is what needs to save you. That is a guaranteed ending to this advert. Even though I haven't even watched it yet. Someone just told me that it was up. And so I've come to watch it. And I can guarantee you they're going to relate this to their food.
Mum?
Yes, love?
What was Dad like?
Now it's not even like remotely subtle anymore. Literally, he's literally just what was that? They've used the past tense. They've used the past tense, meaning that it has happened in the past. Fucking hell, philosophy's on point today. It's as if they've literally just taken a story from somewhere, or maybe they've just made it up. They're just like, let's get a kid whose dad has been killed somewhere, and let's just make food advert out of it. I mean, I've seen some bad adverts in my time, like that fucking Pepsi one. Did anyone watch that one? Of course you didn't. I just feel like the McDonald's can make it so simple. You know, they can make all of this so simple. They'd be like, hey, I'm a man who eats McDonald's food. Look at me. I'm 17 stone. Want to be like me? Just eat a ton of McDonald's food or KFC, depending on who you are. And you can look like me, a fat, ugly man with no friends and type 2 diabetes. Probably AIDS as well, but nobody cares about that because it's McDonald's we're talking about.
What was Dad like?
He was big and cuddly, your dad. Tall as an house. With big hands.
It's weird how she's talking about him being as tall as a house when they're next to a house. And then, you know, the kid's just like, oh, so I'm not my dad? Because it's as if... I feel like this advert is going to go on talking about everything that's different. So they're going to be talking about the dad compared to the son. Because he's like, what was dad like? And then it's going to be like as if they're not even remotely like each other. But they'll use McDonald's to brand it. They'll be like, oh no, they eat the same food. That's totally fine. They're exactly the same. They're family. Not because of genes, but because of McDonald's food, which probably has chromosomes in it anyway. I mean, technically their food was alive. Actually, no. Their food isn't alive. They make it out of that pink stuff from pigs' anuses. Actually, no, that's a pig. That's meat. Fuck.
Tall as an house. With big hands. Come on, little one. He was never scruffy. Always smart. And his shoes. So shiny you could see your face in them.
I'm starting to see the pattern here, okay? I'm starting to see where everyone's coming from. Because literally, the mum is saying everything that's good about his dad, and it's making the kid look like shit. It's literally saying, wow, I had a great husband, he's dead now, and I'm stuck with you. The guy that doesn't have any polish in his shoes, and looks like a weirder version of any kid YouTuber you've ever seen.
Can we aim for a huge like goal of 50,000 likes? This is a massive like goal.
You don't deserve to be here. Go away. You look like you were birthed 10 minutes ago.
Dad played football, didn't he?
Yeah, he was good. Captain, I think.
I think I've worked it out now. The kid's just shit at everything, isn't he? He can't even kick a football properly. It completely missed as well. Like, he didn't even, like, he clipped it. How can you have such bad hand-eye coordination that from there... What are you? I mean, what's good? I'll give this to McDonald's. They actually addressed the problem, and they were like, okay, we're going to take it down. Okay, that's fine. We're sorry. We didn't want to cause any shit, and that's good. You know, they didn't want to cause any crap, and that's understandable. So that I can give them credit for that. But the fact that you used the idea of child bereavement to advertise your food in the first place is a little bit off. It's like that Pepsi thing where they were using protesting and like one Pepsi can make the police go, whoa, it's alright, we don't need to fight people, even if they are white.
Captain, I think.
You like techno?
Yeah, he was a right catchy dad. Oh wow, with all the girls.
This bit is even better. This kid has literally just been rejected. The fact that the woman said he was a fan of all the girls, or like whatever the words were that I just watched. Fuck, my memory's bad. Like he's just the complete opposite of his dad. Everything is wrong with him. It's like his dad is perfect, therefore he's shit at everything. And like, I guess that's how they're advertising their thing. It's alright if you're not as good as your parents. You'll probably eat the same food anyway. I just feel like they're just making the kid feel like crap. That's all they're doing. They're just like, here's your dad, right? Who's not even in the fucking thing. So the fact that he's being compared to someone who doesn't even exist anymore, or probably isn't even there in the first place, is a little bit demeaning for the kid, considering he's like 11 and very, very prepubescent.
Did he have blue eyes, like me?
Ah, here we go. That's what we want. We want to see the McDonald's restaurant in its full glory. I think this is what's going to happen. Yeah, I told you that they were just going to go to a McDonald's and be like, this is how it's going to happen. You have the same food as your dad, therefore you're perfect in every single way. You're even like your dad, even though you're shit at everything else, like sport, getting some puss, and everything else that exists. It's alright, you eat the same food as your dad, so I can still technically love you.
No, brown. Thanks, Phil. What was your dad's favourite too?
I knew that was going to happen. That was your dad's favourite, wasn't it? That is just... It's the cheese. It's the cheesy cringiness of the advert. The actual cheese. Not like that plasticky shit that they put in the double cheeseburger. I'll admit, the double cheeseburger is very nice. It's literally the only thing I eat there. But it's got the most calories. So I should be as bulbous as that monster from Doctor Who. Like the Absorbaloff thing. Do you remember that? It should be like that. If I just touch someone, they become part of me. Yeah, fucking hell, that's grim.
Tartar sauce. All down his chin.
And there you go. They leave it at that. They leave it at the giant red sign and the little M in the middle of it. But before that, like, that's your dad's favourite, and he gets it all down his chin. And it's like the one thing that the son is like, fuck, how do you speak? The food is making me just illiterate. That's what's going on right now. I only ate it yesterday. Oh, yesterday. Ah, that makes sense. The only way that his son can relate to his own dad is by eating a fish o fillet and the idea that he gets it all down his chin. That is the only way he relates to his dad. I can imagine his dad just looking like a fucking Santa Claus. Looks nothing like him. He looks like a house. That's how they describe. Tall as a house. Yes. Yes. A little bit of hyperbole there, matey. That's not how height works. Like, I know where they're coming from. They're like, oh, you can relate to your family through food. And yeah, technically, I relate to my family through food, because we're all horrible fat shit. But there you go. There's McDonald's advertising themselves through children not having parents. So it's quite a shame that that's how they did it, because they could have gone with something so much easier. Yeah, it could have literally just been a guy coming on in a white screen, just coming on and going, here's some McDonald's food. Eat it and you might not die. But yeah, what's great, they have taken it off of all the media and stuff because people were complaining, so good on you there, McDonald's, even though I'm a channel of very low authority, so no one will even bother to watch this. Firstly, because it's too small, and secondly, because it's a Nitalics news channel, so it will be as interesting, using that word again, fuck, it'll be as intriguing as getting your penis stuck in a Pringles can, because apparently the scrutiny of this thing is coming up too. So that'll be funny, won't it? Tastes alright. Thank you to the people who have decided to watch this one. I know that the news thing was quite a new one, and it hasn't done as well as the other ones, but hopefully you'll be more interested with this as well. But don't worry, the vlogs are still staying, the news is still staying, sketches I haven't done in a while because I'm using this new mic as practice, and it's quite hard because it's on a stand. It can either be on a stand or it's got this weird like table thing that you can stick to it. So it's useful, but like it's really difficult to use and I'm really bad with it. So just wait and you might get some good content. Unlikely, but you might.